Hey dude, this is gonna be a quick review of your gameplay on Doctor Strange. I'm a Grandmaster Doctor Strange player, and I have about like 20 hours experience in scrims at that level. So I hope I can help you out here. It'll just be, maybe a minute where I find something
The battle starts
to
in
talk
5,
about,
4,
and
3,
we'll get into it.
2. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Okay, so they have a Doctor Strange as well, and they have an Iron Man. We're just moving up, not using our shield here. It's nice for saving the shield health, like how you're alternating your shield. Hulk goes past you, you just opt to fight Strange. That's fine. You're standing around a lot, fighting their tanks, taking a lot of damage. Your shield. Trying to look around, shoot something else, get the Loki. It's very nice. Take a lot of damage. Before we move on, first thing I want to talk about is how it's now been a minute, and this is the first time you've made it past this box. I think one thing we could be doing to get a lot more value is moving past the tanks, taking angles, and shooting into their backline, especially this Loki. If you look at your ult charge, it's like 50%, and I think it would be much, much higher if this time wasn't spent, shooting shield, and instead was, on his supports. This also helps a lot because, well, if we're just shooting the tanks, there's no space for anyone to make any plays. We're just all back here shooting the same thing. Uh, you know, we might have already made a pick if we are looking into that backline and using Doctor Strange's crazy damage output to make plays. Okay, let's continue. Alright, magic comes in, she gets punished. I like that you're focusing her. That's really good. Alright, moving up, going for the support. Nice. Okay. That's something we could have blocked there. I know, I'm sure you were probably really caught off by this, the Iron Man ult, and with all this chaos, I mean, how are you gonna block that? This is one of those things where you just gotta be aware. We know they have an Iron Man, we know he's been shooting into us for a minute, and we know we have a shield to block that. So, if you're thinking of that, and you hear his voice line, you'll immediately be ready to shield it, and our support wouldn't have died to. Nice. Okay.
Powers of might! By the eye of Agamotto!
Okay. So, yeah, that must have caught you off guard there too. So the enemy Loki comes in and copies the Strange, goes in immediately ults as Strange, stunning three of your teammates, and that's the last fight. So, I mean, I would have been completely caught off guard by that. Well, I mean, expecting yourself to just like block that is really surprising. If that was the enemy's Doctor Strange, should be another story. What I do want to talk about there, where you could have won it, this fight, is with your own ultimate. You see, we just get our ultimate here. We have full health, and we have fly. We fly out, and by this time, it's over. And the question there is, well, what if you just knew you had ult and flew into them, it did the same thing. Stunning probably, these two people. These two probably would have shielded, but now their team is reacting to you. Yeah, the Loki gets a stun, but so do you. Maybe this fight is over. Instead, we're reacting to them, and it's over.
I'm opening a portal.
Okay, we're portaling right onto point.
By the eye of
Knowing we have ult. Nice kill.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Good block. Alright, nice. Good win. I think it could help a lot to go back to that portal and talk about why it didn't get your ult didn't get a lot of value.
A shortcut through
Maybe we'll watch it from their stranger's point of view.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Yeah. That was a really telegraphed play. First, they know you have strange ult. They know where your portal is. If we watch it from the Invis's point of view, the first thing she's going to do is just, use her ult. She knows what you're going to do. So anything you did stun is immediately not going to get any value. They just have infinite healing, pretty much. That's one thing to think about is just, how could I get my ult off in a way that surprises them? I'm sure that's what you're going for there. And the TPN is not very surprising at this ELA. Let's saw this.
Good medicine.
No worries. I've got your back.
Alright, moving up. Now we're ready to get the point. That's good.
You
Take
need to
that
stop
space.
that vehicle in its tracks. Vortex field. Better stop that vehicle. Behold, that child.
Maximum pulse.
Nice job blocking it this time. And then we're done. One thing I want to talk about briefly is your positioning in this fight. I think it might have been very hard for you guys there with you being so far back here. Let's just watch this one more time. So, before the fight. Yeah, okay. So, look at their team. In your team. Currently, they have like 3 people here, maybe. We could be like, already up here pushing this Iron Man, making them react. Possibly our Punisher follows up and gets a kill.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Instead, we're kind of just waiting around for them to all keep up. Sorry. Yeah, we're waiting around for them to all keep up. We're playing in the back. Now it's a 6v6. The Punisher's up in the front with a turret. He's front running. And yeah, it's probably weird to set up a turret there. I mean, what is it gonna do? And especially what is it gonna do if our tank is, all the way back here? So this is one thing I just want you to think about is, if we've already won a fight, how could we be pushing as far as like reasonably possible so that our team can make plays, so that you can make plays? And when we don't do that, it gives them, the other team, time to regroup, use their ultimates like that Magic did, and make plays. Now we've lost our momentum. That's not what we want to do. Really nice shield usage. I like how you're using your E whenever it's fully charged as well. Finishing that range. Good. Charging a lot of our ultimate as well. Nice. Really good.
That's 3.
Not worth wasting magic on you. Over the road.
Yeah, one thing you're doing really well is like your technique, you know. Alternating your shield with your shoot, that's keeping your that's helping you survive, you know, not take so much damage, as well as keeping your shield up, you know, so you always have it available when you need it, as well as using your E, you know, the charge up uh at 100 deal damage. Use that multiple times in that fight to pretty much get kills. So, yeah, your ult's charged up before their strange ult is, even though I think he used it first. And that's fine. Alright, we have a really good pick here. We should be pushing. Also have our ult.
By the eye of Agamotto. Your powers are mine.
Let's go. Okay. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I think this is a good time to talk about our ultimate. I mean, mostly I'm thinking, you know, why didn't it get value? Yeah. So, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, they have Strange Ult, I have Strange Ult, I gotta make a play as soon as possible, right? There's, there's an issue of, you know, even if they're all here, and you do stun them, because their Strange is not right, you go past Strange. Who can help? We don't really have any team here to follow that. So one thing that might have helped in this fight is, you know, how early do we get our Strange Ult? Yeah, alright, we've had it for a while. So at this point, we could be pushing up up to here. You know, they're all grouped up here. We have numbers. We could be fighting here. And then Strange Ult in. I mean, they're all going to be right here. You're way closer, so it's easier to land it. As well as your team's probably pushed up here, fighting them with you. So then they could clean up. Instead, you're fighting this. I mean, this is just so hard. This is really hard to get Strange Ult here. So shift far away.
By the eye of Agamotto. Your powers are mine.
It's a one fight. This is great. It looks like a one fight. We're up 2. Their Strange Ult doesn't get really any value. Gets countered by the support ult. And of course he has no follow-up too.
Get the space scoop to the basement. Got it.
Nice. We're using our we're using our E to deal a lot of damage. One thing we could be doing here though is using our shield. It's at 800, so it's fully available. It comes out, but it comes out too late. Yeah, that's just one thing to consider. So whenever we're in the front, whenever we're the focus of the enemy team, let's be using our shield and shooting at the same time, alternate. That will definitely help you stay alive, fights like that.
I'm doing this my way. Maximum pulse.
Oh no. Nice block.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Behold, dark child!
Only 60 seconds left.
Get the space goose to the basement. Got it. By the eye of Agamotto!
Alright. That doesn't really get any value. The strange ult from the other team. Although that was definitely something we could have blocked. I think, we're both caught off guard by that strange ult there. He charged it. Well, he charged it really fast. Although it's definitely something we need to be thinking about is like, where is the enemy strange, and what if he ults?
I am strengthened for
He jumps right past us and gets it. Sometimes in those times, you can jump back and shit that if you know it's coming.
Shields up.
Alright, so we're coming up on our strange ult. It's really good.
Down to 30 seconds.
We have a pick. Playing a bit in the back. We have our strange ult now.
Underneath the surface of this planet?
Could definitely do some more good.
There's still a chance to stop them. The final 10 seconds. Us against the world.
enemy in front of us.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Maximum pulse! By the eye of Agamotto!
Okay. Yeah, that's something we really need to talk about. Is we probably got our strange ult 30 seconds ago, and we're just using it now when they only have like 3 people here, and they're like one shot. I think it could help a lot to be thinking, when I get my strange ult, how will I use it to win this fight quickly? I think we'll go back here, and we could talk about, like, here. We're at 97. There's strangers up in the front. Okay, joking. Yeah, there's strangers up in the front. What if we just jump in here and do it right there? They don't have support ults because the clicks
I am
70.
A little help, please. You have to go underneath the
So
surface.
there's not going to be a counter. You just get it. So I guess we're not thinking about it.
The final 10
So
seconds.
doing it here doesn't feel natural.
Us against the world.
Cold Pulse comes out from the other team, and now it's now this is a fight that we could lose. Now that the cloak ult's out, you don't want a strange ult because they'll just get healed.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Maximum pulse! By the eye of Agamotto!
Yeah.
I purge the darkness! Good medicine! Your powers are mine! By the eye of Agamotto!
Loki is always so surprising when he does that. Yeah, this is really good. You're pushing up, it's one fight. You're just getting them out of here. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna touch. No way.
They hit it.
Alright. I think that's gonna be everything I want to do for this replay. So let's do a quick recap. The two things that I think you should be working on best is probably your ultimate usage. If you're about to get your ultimate, I want you to be thinking about, like, how are you going to use it quickly to win this fight now? And there was like two opportunities that I showed you where it's like when I get my ultimate, I'm gonna fly into their backline, past the strange, and I'm gonna ult them, stun them, and maybe just we can win this right away. So the next thing I'd be thinking about is you're taking more space and putting pressure on the squishies. So we saw that at the start of the first point and the start of the second point. Um, so what that looks like is, you know, how can I move forward and, you know, immediately be putting damage on those squishies? Because you have this big health pool, you have this huge shield, and you do so much damage. That's what you could be doing on Strange, and now the other team's gonna be reacting to you. Now you're gonna be building your ultimates way faster, and maybe even getting picks. So that's it. It's helped you, and let me know if you have any questions or would like to see more. See ya.